All right, and it's gonna show up right on the.
It's gonna show up. It's gonna show up on your channel,
Okay.
and then all you got to do is just go to click on your page, click on controls, and then you should be able to see the guest talking from your end.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on, hold on. Let me. I'll send you a link.
Thank you.
Let me send you a link.
Yeah, I'm a complete and utter novice.
Hold on. Let me delete that shit. Hold on. All right. Anyway. All right. And then I'll send you a link to this, and then you'll be good on your end. Some people are like, who the fuck is this? Okay. I'll send you this link.
All right.
Hold on. Let me mute myself here. I apologize to anybody in the chat here. I'm just helping Killer Orange Cat out, getting him set up so he can read y'all's comments and stuff like that. Don't pay any attention to me.
Or you can play plenty of tension. I'm as I said, you've been a wonderful help for me since the new experience.
Well, glad that I can get you into this experience. I'm emailing you the link to your video on your Twitter. I'll have to talk to you later about how to look on that stuff so you can do that for yourself. But the show must go on.
Yes, true.
All right. There's the link to your video. All you have to do is just mute it, and then you can sit there and pay attention to the questions, and you are good to go, sir.
You are the man. Thank you.
And I'll talk you through on how to do all that stuff later. But just click that link and just mute. And I'm sure they want to talk to you.
I'm
pretty sure they want to talk to you.
Oh, they might. I don't know. Unless they all have better things to do with their time, which is possible. But here we go. Wonderful. Well, then first, everybody, sorry for the time it's taken me to actually do this and get this all set up. So I want to thank Hitch Hiker for helping me out because this is a completely new experience, and I'm a bit of a technology idiot. Although I'm sure a lot of people probably look at this and says this isn't technology, but for me it is. So thank you again. I appreciate that very, very much.
Well, it's the first time you're streaming ever.
Yep, it's the first time I've streamed on anything, and other than when I've appeared on your channel as a guest. So
my channel don't count. I mean, this is it's for you. You can start. Like I've talked to you and I've told you about streaming on your channel, and from what I'm looking at on your channel so far, they seem to be very happy that you're streaming. I mean,
yeah, I'm going back through all the comments right now because, as I said, I got started and I got up around the time I was starting and didn't think, oh, this is actually going to take some time to prepare. So, and my sister seems to ask me if I minded her watching, which of course I do not.
Oh, don't worry. I will be on my P's and Q's on this one. I'm not going.
Oh, you're fine. I appreciate it. No, my sister looks like she's in the chat. She's Evil Black Cat. Feel free to pick on her if you want to. Do not ask her my age. If anyone thought that was a clever way to get around my age rule, then you're wrong. So just think of me as perpetually 18 years old and we'll all be cool. But a very, very, very mature 18. God, I put too many varies in there, I think.
Nah, you're leading the way. I'm just kind of following. I'm kind of co-hosting here.
Mm-hmm. But again, I definitely appreciate if anybody hasn't checked out Hitch Hiker's channel, you should actually do that too. It's very enjoyable. Hello, Faison.
I'm actually tweeting out right now for some people to come to the stream, but I'm sure more people will be like, "Hey, Killer Orange Cat's streaming! Oh my God, look at this!" And they'll join, but get some traffic going.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm getting a lot of hellos. Hello, Little Windowflower. Carly Haft. Or Carly Hart. There's like a little dot on my phone which just added a little line to your R. It's an F. Okay, so what is the stream for? Just to talk. For free to ask anything. I know I did just do a question and answer session just a week ago, but still. My favorite color. I don't really have a favorite color. I used to have several when I was young. When I was like 5 years old, my favorite color was actually pink, and then my dad told me, no, pink cannot be your favorite color. So I really haven't had a real favorite color ever since then.
Do you want me to sit down and look at the comments and try to feed them to you, or how do you want to do this, KOG?
You could do that if you'd like.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, I can steer traffic here. What do you want?
Go ahead. I guess steer traffic. That works for me.
I mean, just got to give you the questions. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that works. Thank you.
All right, I'll direct. What's your favorite song? Hi, Hitch. Somebody was talking to me. Anyway, might have to go up here a little bit. What's your favorite song?
My favorite song. That's a good question. It changes a lot. I think my favorite song of all time is probably "Rocky Mountain High" by John Denver. Currently, my favorite song is "Hey There, Delilah" by the Plain White T's. I've been listening to that like a lot over the past 2 years. Go ahead.
No, keep going.
Though when I work out, my favorite song is probably "Eye of the Tiger" because when I'm like really wearing down, I sometimes need that to pick me up.
Did you answer your favorite color? Yeah, no, you did. Never mind. Okay, is this your first stream?
This is my first stream, and I'm hoping it doesn't seem as obvious as it probably does, but hopefully as I move on and do more streams in the future, it'll show that I've done them before.
Did you answer you? Yeah, you did. Your favorite song? What's your favorite director and favorite scary movie?
My favorite director is Alfred Hitchcock. I have been a huge fan of him my entire life, as long as I can remember. Guys, I remember being like 8 years old and watching Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and obviously that led over to watching the movies. My favorite scary film, however, is The Evil Dead Part 2. I remember being, again, really young and seeing that. I watched horror movies at a younger age than I probably should have started, but that movie just scared the crap out of me when I was younger. And I've always enjoyed it ever since.
Kind of your producer here. Raw or SmackDown? I guess they're wondering if you watch wrestling.
Oh, yeah. I do. At the moment, SmackDown's a much better show. I have a bit of a Raw loyalty over time, but the show hasn't really been that great lately, so I've been completely following SmackDown more. It's better wrestling, better storylines, all in all, the much better show right now.
Okay, next question. Tell us more about your job in mental health and how you got into it, please.
Oh, there's a fun question. Thank you. It's
from Ellie. Thank you, Ellie, for that question.
Yes, and I hope that my saying it was a fun question didn't make you think I was being sarcastic. I'm not. I just realized I probably sounded like it. It's in regards to psychology. I've been interested in it for as long as I can remember, and although I don't know if I really had always intended to go into it, my original dream in it was to be a profiler for serial killers, and I wanted to work in the FBI. However, after going through and watching several interviews with serial killers, I realized that anybody who has that job needs to have a lot better sanity than I have. So it was way too heavy, way too depressing. So I switched it up, and I decided to become a suicide researcher because I was, as most people know, I'm a bit of a Japanophile, and I found out that suicide is a huge. It is actually the number one cause of death for adolescents, both male and female, in Japan. And once I figured that out, I was very curious why that's the case. So that's really what got me into researching suicide. I was very fascinated as to why so many Japanese adolescents were killing themselves, and if there was a way, if I could figure it out, perhaps there would be a way to help prevent it more in the future. And that's what really got me on that.
Okay, I hope I'm saying this all right. I'll start saying out y'all's names. Forgive me if I mess it up. Katie O'Brien writes, "Who's your favorite band?"
My favorite band of all time would be Creedence Clearwater Revival. I remember seeing commercials of them with those compilation commercials they used to do on TV all the time, and hearing "Down on the Corner" all the time, and I just got so used to hearing it, bought the albums eventually, and absolutely loved them.
Okay, glad to be a loser. Just watched your video for the first time on your tour, Waverly Hills. You gonna back anytime soon?
A couple of us are planning on going back this summer. We haven't decided exactly when. I'm hoping that Rebecca and Brad from the previous visit will come again, as well as maybe a few more people. The original plan was last year was to have a lot more than that, and I hope to take much better video than I did last year. All of that was sort of done completely on the cuff. So now we're hoping to go back with a little bit more preparation and perhaps make a better video than I did. But yep, hopefully this summer.
And also, I want to apologize. I'm not getting your questions as quickly. I'm just kind of going down the line here. So just ask them, and I'll get to them. I'm kind of like taking this at a slow pace, so I apologize to anybody that's like, no, no. Okay, pizza or heroin? That's kind of weird. Anyway, we'll skip that one anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Do you have a favorite book, series, or movie franchise?
Well, I don't think I have a favorite movie franchise. There's just so many of them now, and I watch so many of them. But if I had to pick one, I would say probably the Nightmare on Elm Street series, which can be really really bad at its worst, but I still really enjoy it quite a bit. Book series, not really. I read a lot. I can't even tell you how many books I've read in my life, but I don't think I have an absolute favorite series.
Okay, what's your favorite? And I'm reading it as it's spoken. What's your favorite? I don't know game. Did you already answer that?
My favorite game. If I was talking about video games, it would be Final Fantasy VI, and I've probably played and beaten that game like 10 times, and hopefully, if I live a very long time, we'll play and beat it dozens of more times too.
Okay, nothing in particular writes. Anyways, do you remember me, or was I gone for too long?
I do remember the name. Yes, I can't say I remember any other particulars at the moment, and that was not a pun. I was an unintended pun, at least.
Okay, so no, you keep going. I'm just kind of scrolling down.
You're fine.
I'm being your producer here for a moment.
You're fine, Roz. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke there.
Okay, let's see. I think winter is your favorite season. What do you like? What do you like about it? Excuse me.
I'm a really, really cold weather person. I didn't grow up that way. I grew up in the South and was really enjoyed summer, really hot weather. However, when I moved up to Chicago, which is actually where I spent my teenage years, I got really used to the cold weather, and I absolutely love it. Love cold weather. I love snow now, as I used to hate it. I I like not sweating, even though it may seem a little ironic since I do work out a lot and sweat a whole lot, but I really hate sweating. So winter works out a whole lot better for me. Plus, I love snowstorms. You may have noticed that why I do a lot of winter videos. I love snowstorms. I love them so bad that you can't see out your window. It makes me feel really nice.
Okay, Ashley Holden writes, "What got you into Japanese culture? Can you speak slash read? How did you learn?"
I can speak, read, and write Japanese, although I don't write it very often because my right wrist has been broken 4 times in my life, and even writing in English is actually pretty painful for me most of the time. But what got me into it was as people probably know, I like wrestling, and I really wanted to know Japanese wrestling and watch it, but I didn't want to just watch it. I wanted to understand what the people were saying, the commentators. So I learned Japanese, and I took it as my language in college and just stuck with it after that. It actually is my number one interest. I'm more interested in Japanese language than even psychology, and would actually hope to do something with it in the future.
Okay, I hope I'm saying in this Dragon Gaze. Will there be a part two of the narrator's death video?
Yes, there will.
I
I've
hope I said that right. I apologize, sir, if I messed up your name. But anyway,
Yes, there will. I have 3 recorded ones right now. I'm waiting for a couple of other people to finish theirs. Of course, no hurry if they're listening. Uh, but in fact, I have Hitchhikers. Hitchhikers I've had for the longest. I think I've had yours for about 4 weeks now. But I don't want to just print it out with you and like 2 other people. I wanted to have like 5, at least 5, before I did it. But if I don't get any more soon,
well, I asked my to interject. I asked my fellow friends and narrators, and I'd like to think a lot of them they were like, yeah, we're down. So I don't know if they've sent you the audio, if you have to message them in private or whatnot, but. I know a lot of my friends were like, "Yeah, I'm good. Hey, I'll join." Yeah,
I probably should check with them in private. That's
yeah.
probably a good
Just talk
idea.
to them in private. Just
Yeah.
I don't know if they're following you or not, but I'll tell them, "Hey, talk to Kat," or if you need me to say, or just message me in private later, and we'll talk about it. Anyway,
I do actually hope to make that a series to have several sequel videos coming out.
okay. 97 Scarlet Witch. What age did you start playing guitar?
I believe I was 15 or 16 at the time. Yeah, it was just a way to hang out with people because back then all we ever did, I moved to a new town and some guys wanted to hang out with me, but all they wanted to do was go hang out at guitar shops all day. So I sort of learned out of necessity of having friends. And it worked, although I don't really hang out with any of them anymore, but we still talk.
Can nothing in particular. Can you say my actual name? I'm not even. I'm just going to spell this to you. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this. Shandi Ward.
I
To the
you
guy
know,
who's narrating.
right. Oh, okay. So he was talking to you then, not me.
Can you
Uh,
pronounce my name? No, probably not.
and I can't. I'm one of those people that can't. Someone can't spell something to me, and I could actually like. I can't picture words in my head for some odd reason. If someone like tells them to me, it's very very weird. That's cheating.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not that guy.
Not that guy. Oh yeah, the guy who can do that.
Let's
I'm
see.
the guy who will pronounce everyone's name wrong, and then I'll apologize for it for the next 20 years. As you've probably realized how much I apologize for just about everything.
Well, it's fun talking to you, but it's like it's kind of interesting getting you in my chats, but we're in your chats now. I'm behaving myself. I'm not saying anything. I'm
And for people to understand that better, just make sure to check out his streams in the future, and you'll know exactly what he means by that.
I'm conducting myself with professionalism.
You're doing great, and I appreciate it.
I'd like to come back to this eventually.
Oh, eventually, yeah. Be yourself more often.
First time, but I guess I got that radio sense in me. So anybody that's got questions, please feel free to ask them to Killer Orange Cat, and I will gladly relay the message. Because I think that's probably might be the theme tonight.
Looks like it's going that way, which is good because with the name that I gave it, after I'm sure some people saw Chuck Barris passed away today. He was the author of the book Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, hence me calling this Confessions of a Dangerous Tabby. Sort of a bit of a tribute to Chuck Barris.
Let's see. Do you watch anime? If so, what's your fave?
I watch an ungodly amount of anime. As far as my favorites, that's hard to have a favorite. I probably have favorites in different sections. If you're talking like shonen anime, I like Naruto is probably my favorite shonen. If I had to pick one anime as my absolute favorite, it would be Eden of the East. And if you've, it's a, I believe it's like a 13 episode series, and there's two movies. If you've never seen Eden of the East, I recommend watching it. It's really, really good. It's really, really mysterious. I watched the entire series and the movies in one sitting because I kept on having to find out what was going to happen next.
Okay. What inspired you to narrate scary stories on YouTube? I enjoy listening to you at night before I sleep.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What got me started was when I started listening to them through other people, and I used to spend entire nights. Sometimes I wouldn't go to sleep before working, just listening and listening and listening. And I got to this point where I started listening and hearing the same stories over and over and over. And although that was fine, I thought maybe I could start up a channel where if somebody was listening to different narrators, they could come to a channel where they would be assured they wouldn't be hearing a story they heard several times already. And so I wanted to offer that to people, and that's what just made me decide to start doing this. But it was just meant to be a hobby. I never expected to get any more than 200 subscribers, and I'm a little tiny bit more than that.
Nothing. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your names. So I may have a little bit of trouble. But what's your cat's real name? You've said it before.
Yeah, the cat that you see at the end of all my videos, the orange one, his name is Ichigo. And yes, he is named after the character from the Bleach anime. With the named him for the orange hair. He didn't have a name for the first couple of, I think, weeks it was, and we went back and forth with a couple things, but went with Ichigo, even though he doesn't have a personality anything like Ichigo. We should have named him Naruto for his personality.
All right. Have you ever been to Scotland? We have loads of haunting places for you to visit.
I've never been to Scotland. I have always wanted to go, and it's one of those places I hope to go. And that is one of the main reasons I would like to go there to visit all these haunted places that I've read about and have been reading about since I was 10 years old. So not yet, but hopefully in the future.
What's your favorite wrestler on SmackDown?
Off the top of my head, probably AJ Styles. Been watching AJ Styles since, oh gosh, 2003, probably. And he's a great wrestler.
Okay. Well,
Usually I
I'll
add a
ask
little bit more
more.
commentary. That's
I
fine.
mean, I'll ask more. I mean, I don't know if you got more to say, but when did you start narrating on YouTube?
I started in August of 2015. I had to stop there and think. Sometimes the years kind of start meshing together, but I think it was August of 2015. That's correct. Yeah, even though my channel says I've been around since 2006, I've never uploaded a video before then.
See, do
Oh,
you
there's a
play
fun.
video games? Do you play video games?
Oh
Sorry
yeah.
if I do not say everybody's name. I apologize. But I'm getting to your questions. I'm reading them. I apologize though.
Yes, I do play video games. I have from a very, very young age, and I hope to continue to do it for the rest of my life, if possible. I don't know why it wouldn't be possible, but yeah.
Well, I got a question. Did you buy
Okay.
the new Mass Effect game?
No, I have not.
Oh,
What's
you
that?
son of a bitch.
Really? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm a bit I have to admit though I'm a little behind just because of working between the research that I do and between this. I'm a little bit behind, but I hope to catch up.
Anyway,
Uh,
okay, what's the difference between psychopathic and
between psychopathic and
I
oh
hope I'm saying this
let me guess
psychotic?
let me
Psychotic?
let me guess sociopathy.
Yeah, so yeah.
Well,
I had to look at that for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
oh, I see that. Yeah, the difference between sociopathy and psychopathy. Someone's excited. The difference is one that is completely within the legal system, not the psychology system. You won't really find any psychologists worth their salt using the terms because what they are they're two sides of the spectrum of antisocial personality disorder, and it's different criteria within antisocial personality disorder, which no two people will always be exactly the same. So what you're looking for through a legal sense that where like the police will use sociopathy or psychopathy, a sociopath is one who works off their emotions. They're not very cunning. They don't plan things out ahead. They react more on their instinct and they sort of react in the moment. A psychopath, on the other hand, is somebody who has more of a calm, collective reasoning. They're always planning things out steps ahead. They're not a slave to their emotions, and they're able to. A psychopath would have a much easier time evading capture because they they may see things more like a chess match, where a sociopath just goes as they go, and that would be the biggest difference I could say would be that. Wow, you see, you get me talking about, even though again, it's something that's come up that I've talked to a lot of people about, and it's not really something that psychologists mostly will discuss because they're not they're not words that we use for the most part. Although I've always found that question actually very fascinating. And I'll scroll here a little bit myself here. Ichigo means strawberry in Japanese. That's correct.
Sorry
You
about
doing okay
that.
over there?
Yeah, sorry. My sister and her boyfriend stopped over to drop her dog off.
Yes, I heard that barking.
Her
Who's it?
golden retriever off, Buddy.
Oh, I love golden retrievers.
He's a lovely dog. He's aggravating me right now. I had to
Well,
displace from the chat for the moment, but
it's okay. If you need to go take care of him, that's all right too.
no, he's all right. he just wants some cookies. He comes over here and he eats cookies and like because I'll give him some junk food and stuff.
Mm.
Which my sister would be very mad about that one, but
She's probably not listening, so that's probably good
she's
for you.
probably not listening, so she doesn't need to know that. But like it's like he comes over here and like he gets a lot of junk food.
Right.
He got neutered, so he's like he really likes food. So
Oh yeah.
apparently that's a thing with him. But anyway, let me try to get back into the questions with you guys. I apologize for that. I'm gonna have to. I may be a little late here. Trying to find my place here. If I miss somebody's questions, I apologize.
Yeah, I got a good couple of minutes out of the sociopathy and psychopathy one. They hit one of my interests there, so
Trying
really
to see if
think
I can find the thing here or the Buddy. Go lay down. Anyway, yeah, that's his name, Buddy. Very good dog, but anyway, okay. Well, I can't follow up on previous questions. Shit. Okay. Well, KO. Well, Cat. I guess you got to take over here until I can get my bearings.
you're doing okay.
Yeah, Cat. You
Hello?
got the floor. Yeah, you got the floor here until I can take my bearings here. I'm trying to find trying to find stuff out here. Hold on, a little lost.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, let's go back a little bit too. There, are they? Who's my favorite author? Was the next question that someone asked.
Okay, well,
that goes.
How about this? Because I'm keeping track and I walked away for a minute. If repeat your questions in the chat right now, and then we can catch up a little bit. That'll work out. How about that? So I apologize for that for everybody that's just like yeah. It's my dog, Buddy. He's drinking a lot of water. Apologize. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Cat, you there? Cat. Cat. He left me. Cat. His audio died. What happened? It's like R.I.P. Cat. Yes.
I'm not sure. Shit. Again, I apologize.
People are like, "What happened to Cat?"
Can you still hear?
Yeah, I can kind of hear you. Audio's cutting in and out, bruh. Maybe you need to leave and come back. He's not a cat. He's a robot. What?
Robot. I'm beginning exactly sure what's going on.
Yeah, they say you keep cutting out. Maybe you need to leave and come back. Hold on. Just leave and then join back in the stream.
Okay, let's try that.
You do know how to get back to your stuff, right? Correct?
I hope so. I just used the links that you were using.
Okay, you do know to follow those links back to your stuff, right?
I'm trying to, yes.
Because I don't think they want to listen to me. They want to listen to you, that's for sure.